Mrs. Mooley. Mrs. Mooley was bored with life on the farm.
Moo! Everything is always the same. It's the same routine every single day.
Oh, I don't know about that. I love to canter through the fields when the sun is shining.
I like sitting on my nest, waiting for my chicks to hatch. It's a great thing to do.
I relish rolling in the cool mud. And Goat munches up everything that isn't nailed down.
We're all happy here. Don't you like what you do?
Well, I just give milk twice a day. I want to do something special. I'm determined there's something more I can do.
Mrs. Mooley saw something on the floor of the barn.
Moo! Why, it's the book the farmer's little boy was reading. He must have dropped it. Even though I can't read, I can enjoy the pictures. Moo! Why, there's 3 men in a tub. Ooh, and an old woman who lives in a shoe. And why, there's a cow jumping over the moon. Now that would be an exciting thing to do. I'm going to jump over the moon.
Mrs. Mooley gave a little jump, just for practice. But she came down with a jolt that shook the whole barn.
Hey, you're jostling my eggs. What do you think you're doing?
I'm practicing. I'm going to jump over the moon.
Jump over the moon? Well, Mrs. Mooley, if any cow can jump over the moon, I'm sure you're the one. If you have determination, you will be an inspiration. You will have our admiration and we'll tell you how. If you have determination, don't go off on a vacation. Don't take time for contemplation. The time to try is now. You can do it, you can do it. Kick up your heels and try. Bark, bark, bark. You can do it, just get to it. You'll do it by and by. Oh, I got so excited. I hatched 2 of my eggs. Hi, sweet babies.
Well, congratulations. And thanks for the inspiration. Moo!
Cool. Jump over the moon. I might fly over the moon. But you, never. Ooh.
The mouse in the straw laughed at Mrs. Mooley.
What's so funny?
They could hardly stop laughing long enough to tell.
Cool. Mrs. Mooley thinks she can jump over the moon. Oh. Mrs. Mooley, you've made me lose 3 whole tail feathers.
Goose, be nice. Mrs. Mooley can do anything she puts her mind to.
Moo! Sure I can. You'll see.
The goose ran outside and told the duck.
Is everyone except the hen going to laugh at me?
The duck told the horse. The horse laughed so hard, he got the hiccups.
Jump over the moon? Why, Mrs. Mooley stumbles over a pile of hay. She'll never jump over the moon.
What's going on?
Mrs. Mooley says she's going to jump over the moon.
I suppose you think it's my fault that you're rolling in the mud.
Oh, no, Mrs. Mooley. You've given me a good laugh. This mud puddle is just where I plan to be anyway.
And the pig told the goat. The goat laughed. The pig laughed. The horse laughed. The duck laughed. The goose laughed. The mouse and the pigeon laughed. But the hen didn't laugh. She knew Mrs. Mooley could jump over the moon.
Don't listen to them, Mrs. Mooley. All you need to do is try.
I don't know. Moo. Maybe they're right, and we're wrong.
You can do it, you can do it. Kick up your heels and try. Bop, bop, bop. You can do it, you can do it. You'll do it by and by. Bop, bop,
That night, while the other animals slept, Mrs. Mooley went out to the barnyard.
Hen is right. All it takes is determination. Moo. And a little practice.
All night long she jumped.
And 1, and 2, and
And jumped.
and 3, and 4, and This is much harder than I thought it would be. Maybe I can get a hint from the book. If I swish my tail just so, and put my feet like this, and here I go! Oomph!
You can do it, just get to it. You'll do it by and by.
Well, that last jump did go a little better. Moo.
Mrs. Mooley was still jumping when the moon began to sink in the west.
1, 2, 3, and oomph! 1, 2, 3, and oomph!
And the morning light appeared in the east. One by one, the animals woke up.
What's going on?
Oh, why are you up so early, Mrs. Mooley?
Have you been up here all night?
Oh, did you jump over the moon?
Ooh! The moon is so low that it seems to be sitting on the ground.
Mrs. Mooley had time for one last jump, her highest jump yet. The animals saw the moon on the ground. They saw Mrs. Mooley jump high in the air. They saw Mrs. Mooley jump over the moon.
I did it!
She did it!
The hen was so excited, she hatched another egg. The goose lost another tail feather. The horse's hiccups came back. The pig flopped in the mud.
You did it, Mrs. Mooley!
You jumped over the moon.
All it takes is determination and a little practice. I think I'll jump over the sun next. No cow ever did that before.
Jump over the sun?
Nobody laughed at Mrs. Mooley this time.
And after I jump over the sun, who knows? There are a lot of planets and stars to jump over. Moo.
Do you really think you could?
Oh, why not? All it takes is determination
And a little practice. Bop, bop, bop.